Imagine this. You are standing in a room full of people, your friends, your family, your colleagues, all smiling at you, shaking your hand, hugging you, telling you that you can trust them, that they are loyal, that they will never betray you. But Machiavelli would lean close and whisper in your ear a different truth. The moment you trust, you hand someone else the knife that will kill you, because betrayal never comes from enemies you already fear. It always comes from the people you let closest, the ones you thought were safe, the ones you believed were on your side. Trust is not protection. It is a trap. It is surrender. It is suicide. Machiavelli studied rulers, kings, soldiers, traitors, and allies, and he saw what most people are too blind to see. Men are driven only by their own self-interest. Loyalty is temporary. Love is conditional. Trust is an illusion. People will stand with you as long as it profits them, but the moment betrayal gives them more, they will destroy you without hesitation, without guilt, without a second thought. History proves this over and over. Julius Caesar, the conqueror of Rome, beloved by the people, did not die at the hands of foreign enemies. He was stabbed 23 times by men he trusted, including Brutus, the man he called his friend. And that betrayal was not an exception. It was the rule, because power and survival are not destroyed from the outside, they are destroyed from within. Kings have been poisoned by their advisors, generals betrayed by their own soldiers, lovers abandoned by their partners, friends exposed by the secrets they once shared. And the reason is always the same. Trust hands people the keys to your fortress, and once they are inside, you cannot defend yourself, you cannot resist, you cannot survive. Machiavelli's wisdom is cold, ruthless, and true. Never trust anyone, never believe appearances, never think loyalty is permanent. Appear to trust, yes, because people want to feel safe, they want to feel believed, but inside hold no illusions, doubt everyone, calculate everything, expect betrayal, and you will never be surprised when it comes. Trust is not love, it is surrender, and surrender in the game of power is death. Machiavelli understood that life is war, politics is war, relationships are war, and in war the first rule is simple. Guard your weapons, guard your secrets, guard your survival, and never hand them to someone else in the name of trust. If you want to survive, if you want to rule, if you want to stay untouchable, you must master the art of trusting no one, of smiling while doubting, of holding hands while calculating, of building alliances without ever depending on them. Because the truth is brutal but freeing. The moment you accept that no one is safe, you become safe. The moment you accept that betrayal is natural, you cannot be destroyed by it. And the moment you stop trusting, you start seeing, you start controlling, you start surviving. This is Machiavelli's ruthless truth about survival. Trust will kill you. Trust no one. This is not just a warning. It is a survival strategy, and Machiavelli showed rulers, leaders, and thinkers how to live by it, because he knew that in a world built on lies and ambition, trust is not just weakness, it is an invitation to destruction. And if you want to survive, you must replace blind faith with ruthless strategy. You must learn to play the game of appearances while never surrendering your control. The first strategy is simple. Use trust as a mask. Appear loyal, appear open, appear vulnerable, but never actually give anyone the truth of your mind or the keys to your power, because people judge by appearances. They believe what they see, not what is, and if you project trust, they will drop their guard, they will reveal themselves, they will expose their ambitions, while you remain hidden, untouchable, and safe. The second strategy is to control information, because the person who controls the story controls the power, and if others know your secrets, your weaknesses, your doubts, they will own you, they will use you, they will destroy you. But if you limit what they know, if you flood them with what you want them to believe, if you keep the real truth only inside yourself, you remain the master, and they remain the pawns, because knowledge is leverage, and leverage is power. The third strategy is to anticipate betrayal before it happens, to assume that every friend, every partner, every ally has a breaking point, a moment where their self-interest will outweigh their loyalty, and if you expect it, you can prepare for it. You can test them with small opportunities. You can watch their reactions. You can see the cracks in their loyalty before the final strike comes, and when it does, you are not surprised. You are already ready, already in control. The fourth strategy is to divide and rule, because if people are united, if they stand together, they can overpower you. They can betray you collectively. But if they are divided, jealous, suspicious of each other, they will never unite against you, and their betrayal will collapse into nothing, because while they fight each other, you remain untouchable. The fifth strategy is fear, because Machiavelli said, "It is safer to be feared than loved." And this is the antidote to betrayal, because love fades, loyalty breaks, but fear endures. Fear makes people hesitate. Fear makes them doubt their move against you. Fear makes them obey even when they no longer love, and when you combine fear with respect, you build a wall no betrayal can penetrate. The sixth strategy is to punish betrayal with ruthless force, not slowly, not weakly, but with one sharp strike so powerful that it becomes a lesson to everyone else, because cruelty when delayed breeds revenge, but cruelty delivered once with precision breeds fear, respect, and long-lasting control. And the final strategy is to be a fox and a lion both, to appear harmless, friendly, naive, while inside you are sharp, calculating, merciless, because when people underestimate you, they reveal their true selves. They make mistakes, and you win. And when they finally realize who you really are, it is too late, because you already have the power. Trust. No one does not mean isolate yourself. It means weaponize trust. Use it as bait. Use it as disguise. Use it as a mirror to reflect what others want to see. But never actually surrender. Never expose. Never depend. Because Machiavelli knew the truth. Human beings are fickle, greedy, and self-serving, and loyalty is nothing but a shadow that disappears when the light changes. If you want to survive in this ruthless world, you must play the opposite game. You must give the illusion of trust while keeping your power guarded. You must let others believe you depend on them, while in reality they depend on you. You must smile while calculating, laugh while planning, and embrace while sharpening your knife, because this is the only way to live without being destroyed. And once you master this, once you stop expecting loyalty and stop believing in trust, betrayal will never shock you, never weaken you, never kill you, because you already knew it was coming, and you already built your throne above it. Trust no one. This is not cruelty. It is survival. And in the end, only those who refuse to trust can never be betrayed. In the end, Machiavelli's voice cuts through centuries with one brutal truth. Trust will kill you, because every story of power, every empire, every kingdom, every relationship that fell not from outside enemies, but from betrayal within, and the moment you hand over trust, you hand over the blade that will one day be used against you, so the survivor, the ruler, the strong man or woman must live with eyes open, with mind sharp, with heart armored, never falling for the sweet poison of blind faith. Think about history. Think about rulers who were loved, adored, trusted. Where are they now? Forgotten, destroyed, betrayed. Think about those who were feared, who never surrendered themselves, who trusted no one but calculated everything. They are the ones remembered, feared, and respected, even centuries later. Machiavelli knew that love fades but fear endures, that loyalty is only as strong as self-interest, and that appearances fool but human nature never changes. And so he gave us the harshest survival law. Trust no one. Do not hand over your secrets. Do not surrender your control. Do not expect loyalty, because expectation is the root of weakness. Instead, assume betrayal, prepare for it, and when it comes, you remain untouched. This mindset is not paranoia, it is power. Because once you accept the darkness of human nature, betrayal can never break you, it can only confirm what you already knew. The wise do not fear betrayal, They expect it. The strong do not pray for loyalty, they enforce obedience. The survivor does not trust, he tests, he observes, he controls. And in doing so, he cannot be defeated. Even in our modern world, this truth remains. In politics, in business, in relationships, those who rise to the top are never the ones who trusted too much. They are the ones who smiled but doubted, who built alliances but never depended, who punished betrayal and rewarded loyalty, but never forgot that both could flip at any moment. This is why powerful leaders are respected, not because they loved, not because they trusted, but because they controlled, they feared, they survived. And if you want to live by this wisdom, if you want to walk the path of survival Machiavelli carved out, you must learn to play the mask game better than anyone, to appear trusting but trust no one, to appear loyal but stay detached, to appear vulnerable but remain untouchable. Because in the end, the ones who trust are the ones destroyed, and the ones who trust no one are the ones who rule. The people closest to you will one day betray you if it serves them. That is not cynicism, that is reality. Accept it, and you will never be broken by it. Embrace it, and you will never be surprised. Live by it, and you will never be defeated. Machiavelli's ruthless truth is not meant to make you bitter. It is meant to make you strong, to free you from illusions, to armor you against the lies society feeds you. They will tell you trust builds love, trust builds family, trust builds society. But look closer, and you will see every collapse, every war, every betrayal was born out of misplaced trust. The truth is brutal but liberating. Trust is weakness, doubt is strength, suspicion is safety, and control is survival. Trust will kill you, but suspicion will keep you alive, and fear will keep you in power. So when you leave this video, remember Machiavelli's final law. Trust no one, not fully, not blindly, not ever. Appear to trust, but keep your mind sharp. Smile, but keep your knife ready. Shake hands, but keep your guard up. Because in this world, you are either the betrayer or the betrayed, the controller or the controlled, the survivor or the victim. And only those who refuse to trust, only those who live with ruthless awareness, will stand unbroken when the masks fall and the knives appear. This is not just philosophy. This is survival. This is power. This is Machiavelli's truth. Trust will kill you. Trust no one.